Periods are a normal part of life for people who menstruate, but for some, they are anything but normal. The cramps can be terrible, and many people menstruate with pain that feels unbearable at times. In today's video, we're going to talk about 4 types of people who have painful periods. We hope that by understanding these patterns, you can find yours and heal your cycles. No. 1. Menstruation. This one might seem obvious, but it's essential to understand the difference between normal period pain and pathological pain. Normal period pain is usually tolerable and can be managed with birth control pills or anti-inflammatory medications. Pathological pain, on the other hand, is persistent and severe enough to interfere with daily activities. If you have this kind of pain, it's important to see your doctor to rule out any underlying conditions such as endometriosis, fibroids, or adenomyosis. These conditions can make periods much more painful than they need to be, and they are much more common in survivors of abuse. It's believed that the stress associated with these conditions can exacerbate period pain. This is because the uterus is connected to the emotional center of the body, and when it's in distress, it can cause physical symptoms like painful periods. In addition, some people may have a genetic predisposition to conditions like endometriosis, which can make them more susceptible to having painful periods after experiencing abuse. So if you've experienced abuse and have painful periods, it's important to see your doctor to rule out any underlying medical conditions. But don't just take their word for it. Advocate for yourself and get a second opinion if you feel like you're not being heard. Remember that you deserve to feel comfortable and safe in your own body. Number 2. Conflict related to becoming pregnant. Painful periods can also be caused by a conflict about becoming pregnant. This is common in people who have experienced a traumatic event in their past, such as sexual assault or incest, that has made them fearful or anxious about getting pregnant. It can also be common in people who come from a culture where there is a lot of pressure to get married and have children. In these cases, the pain may be a manifestation of the emotional stress and anxiety that the person is feeling about their reproductive health. Additionally, some people may have religious beliefs that make them feel guilty or ashamed for wanting to engage in sexual activity outside of marriage. This can lead to tension and pain in the body, particularly in the pelvic region, and can manifest as painful periods. Finally, some people simply do not want to become pregnant and feel conflicted about using contraception or engaging in safe sex practices. This can lead to feelings of anxiety and stress, which can then manifest as painful periods. Ultimately, painful periods caused by conflict about pregnancy are a sign that something is off balance in your life, and it's important to take the time to figure out what that is and address it. With therapy or counseling, you can explore your feelings about pregnancy and develop healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with the stress and anxiety that come along with it. Once you have a better understanding of your emotions and how they affect your body, you can take steps to make positive changes that will improve both your mental and physical health. No. 3. Self-worth conflict over accepting one's femininity. Period pain can be a source of great discomfort and suffering for many people. But did you know that it can also be a sign of something deeper? In some cases, painful periods can be a manifestation of a conflict within oneself regarding one's femininity. This is especially true for those who have experienced trauma or abuse, particularly from a male authority figure. As a result, some individuals may associate their femininity with pain and suffering. This association can be so strong that it can manifest physically as painful periods. Additionally, some people may feel shame or guilt about their femininity, and this can also contribute to period pain. This may be due to societal messages that women should be ashamed of their bodies, or that being feminine is somehow wrong. Whatever the cause, this conflict can manifest as physical pain during menstruation. It's important to remember that painful periods are not normal and should not be endured. If you're experiencing this kind of pain, it's important to seek help from a qualified mental health professional who can help you explore the root causes of your pain and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Through therapy, you can learn to accept and embrace your femininity without shame or fear. You can also learn to challenge negative beliefs about yourself and your body and replace them with positive affirmations. By doing this, you can begin to heal the wounds of the past and move forward in your life with confidence and self-acceptance. And no, for financial worries during the pregnancy, birth phase. Period pain can also be caused by financial worries during the pregnancy or birth phase. For many, the thought of bringing a new life into the world is both exciting and overwhelming. However, The reality of the financial burden that comes with raising a child can be a source of great stress and anxiety. This is especially true for those who are already struggling financially and feel like they don't have the resources to provide for a child. The worry and anxiety associated with these financial concerns can manifest itself physically as period pain. Additionally, the hormonal changes that occur during pregnancy and childbirth can also contribute to this type of period pain. These hormones can cause a woman's body to become more sensitive to pain and can make existing pain worse. Moreover, the physical discomfort of pregnancy and childbirth can also play a role in the experience of period pain. The weight of the growing baby, the pressure on nerves, and the changes in posture can all contribute to a woman's discomfort and pain. This is especially true for those who have pre-existing conditions such as endometriosis or other pelvic floor disorders. Fortunately, there are ways to manage the financial stress associated with pregnancy and childbirth by planning ahead, seeking out financial assistance programs, and creating a budget. Expectant parents can better prepare themselves for the costs of raising a child. In addition, there are also resources available to help with the physical discomfort of pregnancy and childbirth, such as prenatal yoga, massage therapy, and acupuncture. By taking care of both the financial and physical aspects of pregnancy and childbirth, women can reduce the stress and anxiety associated with this time in their lives and hopefully reduce the likelihood of experiencing period pain. And 5. Unresolved grief over a lost child. Painful periods can also be a sign of unresolved grief over a lost child, whether the child was lost through miscarriage, abortion, or the death of a child. The pain of losing a child can be overwhelming and debilitating. This grief can manifest itself physically as painful periods. Additionally, the hormonal changes that occur in the body after pregnancy loss can also contribute to this type of pain. These hormones can cause a woman's body to become more sensitive to pain and can make existing pain worse. Furthermore, the physical discomfort associated with pregnancy and childbirth can also play a role in the experience of painful periods after pregnancy loss. The weight of the growing baby, the pressure on nerves, and the changes in posture can all contribute to a woman's discomfort and pain. Fortunately, there are ways to cope with the grief associated with losing a child, seeking out support groups, talking to friends and family members. Journaling and practicing self-care are all helpful ways to process and come to terms with the loss. In addition, there are also resources available to help with the physical discomfort associated with pregnancy loss. Prenatal yoga, massage therapy, and acupuncture can all help to alleviate pain and discomfort. By taking the time to grieve the loss of a child and taking care of the physical body, women can hopefully reduce the likelihood of experiencing painful periods. And 6. Disrespect from the father toward women. Finally, painful periods can also be a sign of a deep wound to the feminine, often stemming from a father who does not respect his daughters or women in general. When a girl grows up in an environment where she witnesses her mother or other female family members being disrespected by her father or other male authority figures, it can create a deep sense of fear and anxiety in her. She may internalize the message that women are inferior to men and that their opinions and feelings are not valued. This can cause her to develop a negative self-image and a sense of shame about her femininity. As a result, when she begins to menstruate, she may experience painful periods as a manifestation of this internalized oppression. Additionally, if the father is abusive towards the mother or other women in the household, it can create an atmosphere of fear and trauma in the home. The girl may associate her own femininity with the pain and suffering she witnesses and develop a fear of her own body's natural cycles. This fear can manifest as physical pain when she has her period. So if you're experiencing painful periods and you have a father who does not respect women, it's important to recognize that this is not your fault. It's not your body that is broken, but rather the system that has failed you. With therapy or counseling, you can explore your feelings of shame and fear around your femininity and develop healthy coping mechanisms. By doing this, you can begin to heal the wounds of the past and move forward in your life with confidence and self-acceptance. If you resonated with any of these points, please share your thoughts below. Your story could help someone else going through the same thing. Thank you for watching, and take care.